Yeshua, Pangera.
Fire! It's your ass, Mr. Postman.
Player Lord is here.
God damn!
This nigga's crazy.
Motherfucker.
How you doing, brother? They don't know what's going on. Can you speak? We're trying to see if any of these folks can speak out here. I don't talk to racist fucks.
A new overnight, 9 people have been shot. 2 have died since yesterday evening in Chicago. Glenn Marshall is live at police headquarters with what we know so far. Glenn.
Yeah, good morning. Now, the latest 5 victims are all in the hospital recovering. One of them is in critical condition after being shot in the leg multiple times. Now, last night, police were on the scene investigating the shooting that happened. It happened around 9:30 last night near the corner of South Hamlin and West Monroe. Police say they were called to the scene and saw 4 men and a woman suffering multiple gunshot wounds outside. They were taken to area hospitals in good condition. The 38-year-old man is listed in critical condition after suffering multiple gunshot wounds to the leg. So far, no one has been arrested in this shooting. This comes after another mass shooting took place yesterday morning in Inglewood. Police told us the shooting took place during some sort of house party around 5:30 yesterday morning near the corner of 62nd and South Morgan. We're told an argument broke out and 9 people were shot, with 4 being killed. One of those who were murdered was a victim, her name 19-year-old Shemetria Williams, whose father says she was ready to celebrate a major milestone later that day.
She was killed on her graduation day, 19 years old. You need to stop the violence, put the guns down, resort to something else, because you're killing innocent people.
And as of right now, no one has been arrested in either of these shootings. If you have any information that could lead to an arrest, police are asking you to contact them immediately. For now, we're live outside of police headquarters. I'm Glenn Marshall, WGN News.
pimping. What is up, my oh boy. What is up, my guys and goddesses, kings and queens, niggers and niggas? Much love and respect to all the righteous Jews and Gentiles, and fuck the rest of you. None of that homo shit. This video, the title should be enough for y'all to know what this shit is about. I've been talking shit about these motherfuckers forever when it comes to this YouTube shit. And these last number of months, I didn't let up. And I ain't gonna stop until this bullshit is over with. And I just recently said this shit again in the last video, in the beginning of the last video, just like I'm doing now, is that I wouldn't talk half as much shit as I do if these motherfuckers will stop fucking with me. And of course, these motherfuckers ain't just fucking with me, they fucking with y'all as well. And like I said, it's a whole lot worse right now for many of my brothers and sisters. Me, I'm all but on cruise control because like I said, I've already been through this shit. And I cleansed the shit out of this hell house.
I have exorcised the demons.
And like I said, I've been talking about this shit forever. Cussing these motherfuckers out since 2016 on YouTube. And I've always put this shit in perspective about why these motherfuckers ain't shit. Why they gonna burn. Why their punishment is gonna be so fucking severe. I'm gonna go into a little bit more detail in this video. Now, when I made that video, what was the name of that video? Here I go. The Mind of a God. And what was the rest of the name of that motherfucker was? Visions of the Spirit World. Visions of the Spirit Realm. What the fuck is the name of it? Visions of the Spirit World. I don't know. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That video, like most of my videos, I record a whole bunch of shit and edit things out and don't show everything, obviously. So I'm gonna show, to begin this video, I'm gonna start this video off with one of the clips from some shit that I recorded during that time that I didn't show. And I'm just in production right now, so I don't know exactly how much I'm gonna show of what I recorded, because I got like an hour plus of shit that I didn't put in the last video, obviously. So I'm definitely gonna show this clip right now from that shit that I didn't show before, and I might show another clip. I'm definitely gonna talk about it. I'm in production right now, and I gotta check it out and see if I'm gonna use it, because if I don't, I'm just gonna say it again. So I'm gonna start off with that shit. Put this shit in perspective about what's going on. Tell y'all some stories that's going on with certain people that I personally know, just ran into, and motherfuckers next door, and all that shit. So let's do that shit. Oh, wait a minute. One more thing I wanted to say before I play this clip. I got on, y'all see I got this, I got a sweater on and shit. 2 sweaters, shirt. It's around 7, 8 o'clock in the morning right now. Thursday, June, whatever. It's around 50-something degrees. It's kind of chilly. Of course, they've been spraying the chemtrails, trying to keep it cold and all that shit. But they've been easing up the last number of days since I uploaded that last video. But it's like I said, it's like 50-something degrees right now. It's kind of chilly. Later on in the day, it's gonna be 90 degrees, and you know these demons gonna be saying it's hot, and they gonna be acting a damn fool. And they've been acting a damn fool already. I got the footage. I'm gonna show that shit to y'all in a minute. So I ain't said enough. Let's do that shit, motherfucker. don't believe in the truth in any way, shape, or form, the majority of them. But like I said, what pisses me off is they always accept the truth that they like and then reject the rest of the shit because it don't sound good to them. Yeah. So, sounds good to be a god, so I want to be a god. Rapture sounds good. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. No, you ain't. Rejected the truth their whole fucking life, and or accepted some truth and rejected the truth they didn't like. Lived the wicked ass life their entire life, but now they finna be raptured. So I go to these fucking hellish realms pretty much every goddamn day. And get away from me, these fucking hellish realms, for the most part, like I said, is this reality. Just in the spirit world. I'm seeing this fucking physical reality, what's going on with these motherfuckers, from the perspective of the spirit world. So I see more spirits than usual, obviously. And I see what these motherfuckers are doing. Yeah. Motherfuckers next door and all that shit. I'm gonna talk about that shit in a minute too. Witnessing against all these so-called celebrities and shit. Seeing what the fuck they doing. How else are you gonna know what the fuck is going on unless you see this shit? Experience this shit. Hell. And that's what this physical reality is. And the shit that's going on in the fourth dimension, so-called dream world, said there's a million fucking times this physical reality is collapsing. Just wait till all that shit come through. Wait till that veil is lifted. And it's your ass, Mr. Postman. I remember one of my so-called dreams. Walking down the street, just the average street. Might have been in Gary. But it was like a fucking carnival. I walked past this carnival. And there was some fucking giant snakes. All black. Flopping around and shit in this cage. Giant snakes. You know, like the head. Even though they don't have no head because their heads was cut off. These snakes were so fucking big that the head would have been like the size of a fucking car. That's how big them snakes was. But the heads was cut off in these snakes. And they just flipping around and flopping and shit. Yeah. And I say that because I haven't talked about this recently. This situation with the snakes. I've talked about this shit for years. Seeing these snakes and shit. Showed them in my videos many times. It's always an omen. It's always a sign. And when I first started talking about this, I talked about, I see a snake, I know some demonic shit's gonna happen. And it would. And that's because I was living with a bunch of demons in this fucking house. And, you know, that energy comes through, and all these demons in the flesh fucking go nuts. But the snake, for me, for us, for God's people, especially those who are chosen, especially those who are the goddesses, the kings and the queens, the snake is a representation, of course, like I've been talking about, is a representation of the Kundalini energy. So the snakes is not a bad thing for me anymore, because the majority of the wicked motherfuckers that's been in my life, they gone. So it's no longer a bad sign for me. It was always seeing a snake representation of the Kundalini energy. But because of all these demons in the flesh in my life, it would always be some negative shit that goes down. And that negative shit, 9 times out of 10, it only affected me because the negative shit was affecting the motherfuckers in the physical form, these wicked motherfuckers, and then they come fucking with me, you know. So now everything is smoothed out. And these snakes is truly a representation of the Kundalini energy whenever I see them and shit. So that situation with that dream, them motherfuckers' heads cut off, exactly what that was about, I don't know, as far as what it meant. But I also mentioned before, this was also before I got on YouTube, so-called dream. Whole fucking house was filled with snakes. All over the place. Big snakes, little snakes, all up the stairs and all kinds of shit. They was all over the floor. everywhere. Kundalini energy, motherfucker. And that's why these wicked ass motherfuckers are so goddamn afraid. Try to scare everybody. Making everybody believe that every goddamn thing is demonic and devilish and shit. Like what the fuck? Why the fuck would they care anyway? They are demonic and wicked and shit. Yet they gonna sit there and point the finger at everybody else, talking about you can't be doing that. That's devilish. You a devil, motherfucker. Goddamn pedophiles and shit. Luciferian devil worshiping motherfuckers. Thinking that we just gonna smile and they gonna go away and shit.
Breaking news. Shut up, bitch.
This is breaking ghetto news.
You ain't tell me shit.
It's very, very possible that the player Lord just saved the life of a white woman. Oh boy. Listen to this shit, niggas. This shit happened, what's the day, Thursday? It was, yeah, a couple of days ago. It was Tuesday. As usual, I'm on my way to the gas station. This was in the morning and shit. Tuesday morning. While I'm on my way to the gas station, I seen this girl, probably in her early 20s, walking down the street. She was about a half a block in front of me, and she looked back for a second and she waved at me. As I continued to walk, I end up passing by her, and I noticed she had on socks, no shoes. So I started to talk to her, and I realized she had just left the fucking hospital. Overdose. Exactly what she was on, I had no idea. And based on what she said, it was classified as attempted suicide. So while I'm talking to her, she told me that she's been in Gary overnight. How the fuck she lose her shoes, I don't know. Did she have shoes when she went there? I have no idea. But when she left the hospital, them wicked motherfuckers just gave her a pillow and told her to go. You know how these motherfuckers are. So she been in Gary, this white chick, early 20s, all night. She dehydrated like a motherfucker. Ain't had nothing to eat 2 days. My brother, one of my brothers who I'm talking to on the phone, going through some shit, he mentioned he ain't had nothing to eat in 2 days. This shit that I'm gonna show y'all in a minute, going on next door. The dude that was going off of shit, he was talking on the phone. He just mentioned he ain't had nothing to eat in 2 days. What the fuck is going on here? So, even though I'm broke like a motherfucker, I'm like, fuck it. We went to the gas station. I got her a bottle of water and shit. Eventually, I got her something to eat. Like I said, she ain't had nothing to eat in 2 days. I'm looking at this girl. I'm looking at her face. Yeah. She just went through some shit, overdosing on something, partying too fucking much. But I'm looking in her face, and I can see it in her eyes. There's still some light in there. And it was obviously fate. they gathered her to me. Because one of the main reasons why I had to help her out as best I could. I mean, look, come on now. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Most of the brothers around here is cool as shit. And y'all know I'm always talking shit about these niggas around here. Because there is some crazy motherfuckers around here. Now, you got this white girl hanging around here. Been here all night. Dehydrated. For some reason, hospital just gave her a goddamn pillow and told her to go on. You know they don't give a fuck about nobody in any way, shape, or form. Perfect example why these motherfuckers gonna burn, why their punishment is gonna be so fucking severe. These Antichrist, money hungry, wicked ass, brain dead, me motherfuckers. This white girl being in Gary, running into me was a fucking blessing for her. Because, yeah, I'm a crazy motherfucker, but I ain't no crazy motherfucker. She ran into a real crazy motherfucker. I mean, come on now. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Y'all know she either been here, around here, in her condition, a little bit longer. You know what was gonna happen. Pimpin', 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 pimpin'. Uh-huh. I joke around about this shit. Some serious shit. Now, obviously, these motherfucking pimps, those kind of pimps don't even really exist no more. But you got some niggas who pimping, yeah, and talking shit about they got the mind, they got their brains of these women, they got their mind, they got them under control. Of course you do, because you know, see, they like these so-called pimps. They like to fuck with these women who they know mind is already fucked up. Easy to get somebody's mind who's fucked up, strung out on drugs and all that shit. What the fuck you bragging about? And I got her mind. These motherfuckers ain't no pimp. I'm a pimp. And I ain't even a pimp. So I had to help this chick as best I could. Like I said, I bought her some water, got her something to eat. And of course, I told y'all, when we was walking down the street, them niggas was looking at her too. They was gonna get her ass. So eventually, I let her use my phone. She had to use my phone, text messaging and making phone calls for hours just to get a ride. It's like, did these so-called family, friends of hers, know her situation? Of course they did. I know motherfuckers got a job, they got things to do, and when you have people like this in these situations who are fucking around with these kind of drugs and go through this overdose shit, and it happens a lot, and people get tired of them, you know, and I understand that shit. But this is, in my opinion, this is like a Meg situation. And I'm going to explain this shit in a minute. Because this young lady, obviously she ain't innocent. She's partying too fucking hard, to say the least. But like I said, me knowing people, I can see that she's hanging on by a thread, going through the shit that she's going through. But I can see it in her eyes. There's still some light there. And when you are in that situation as an individual, and the motherfuckers who's supposed to be family, friends, and all that shit, they know that you still got a little light in you. You know, talking about this girl in particular. They know they still got some light in her. So being the demons that they are who are already gone, in some way, shape, or form, they will do any and everything they can to take what's left. That light. Take what's left of her, you know. Still clinging on to life, still hanging on to their soul. And this is a Meg situation. Regardless of the fact of the situation that she's in, I can see it in her face, I can see it in her eyes. Also based on phone conversations that I heard and things of that nature. So she talked to people all fucking day, hours, text message. It's probably like she's with me for like 4 or 5 hours before her ride finally came. And of course, as soon as they came, they were still, you know, talking shit to her. Like, she just got out of fucking hospital. On the fucking streets all goddamn night. Where the fuck was y'all at? Your friends, family, you know. Like I said, she ain't innocent, but goddamn. And now let me explain why I see this as a Meg situation. Because like I said, I know this chick ain't innocent, but I see what the fuck is going on here. Because this is what's going on with all of us. Some way, shape, or form. Years ago, I heard somebody say, talking about Meg from Family Guy, I heard somebody say that Meg is a Christian. Yep. Without question, Meg is a Christian. That character, without question, is based on a true Christian. Those who are not perfect, got issues, but they ain't wicked. That's what a legitimate Christian is when you living in this wicked ass world with family. These obvious Antichrist motherfuckers. And like I said, this white chick, no, she ain't innocent, but she still got some light in her. I can see it in her eyes. And what she's doing when it comes to partying and all this shit, her friends and family, especially the friends, they doing the same shit. But they just a little bit more under control than she is. But they've already gone. They already lost their soul. And like I said, so, you know, they putting her down in some way, shape, or form because she ain't reached that point of no return yet. So, you know, demons got to come after you, even though they're supposed to be family and friends. You know, they're not truly happy with you yet until you truly gone and on their fucking low-ass, wicked-ass Antichrist level. So they showed that Family Guy episode, Season 10, Episode 2. In that episode, Meg, who's obviously a character based on a true Christian. Anybody know anything about Meg, y'all know they be treating her like shit.
You're being a total jerk to your family. You shove your daughter's face in your ass and you fart on it.
Eventually, this episode, she had enough and she finally went off on them motherfuckers. When she did that shit, what do you think them big bad motherfuckers who always telling her, shut up, Meg, and calling her all kinds of names and so on and so forth, just treating her like shit, a Christian. Meg finally had enough and she went off on the motherfuckers. So them big bad tough motherfuckers who always talking shit, what do you think they did? They broke down, started crying, and they started fighting each other. Because they weak, they ain't shit, and they're using Meg, this Christian, to make them feel special, to make them feel like they're not wicked. So they can pretend like they're not dumb, so they can pretend they're not weak. They putting in all that shit, that Antichrist shit, on Meg, so they can feel special. This is what these motherfuckers do. And this is why I'm always telling y'all about these motherfucking movies and TV shows. They can't make shit up. Without question, Meg, that character is based on a Christian. Now, I talked about a long time ago when I started talking about this Friday shit, that I was Meg. Without question. Meg, Bender, that's me. Meg is obvious, but, you know, Bender, well, that should be obvious too. Bender, yeah, goddamn robot. Yeah, that's what I am in this fucking world. Bender's a bad motherfucker though. Yeah. And in case y'all don't know, Bender is Mexican.
They say, what do I do for a living? And I said, I knock motherfuckers out, man.
Talking about one of my brothers who I've been talking to on the phone, going through some major horrible shit. I'm just gonna talk about this for a second, and hopefully I'll hear from him again. He's been living in a group home, and the shit that's been going on there is hardcore, horrible, hellish, satanic, Antichrist shit, to say the least. He's been verbally abused. A lot of times the shit has gotten physical. Just mentioned to me that he took his bike. Motherfuckers. Been taking his money. The shit, because they so goddamn demonic. Because I told y'all that no matter who these people are as individuals, that once they lose their soul and they get that satanic spirit within them, they automatically gay. Because that satanic spirit is homosexual. So he's been going through shit like that with these motherfuckers grabbing on him, trying to do shit and feeling on him and all this shit. And shit was getting worse and worse and worse. And I was telling him, some way, shape, or form, you're going to have to fight back. Get in touch with authorities, talk to somebody, do something. And shit just got so fucking bad for him that eventually he left. And that was probably a few days ago. And I have been getting in contact with him since. I haven't heard from him today. I hope that he's all right. He's in the streets. He just left. Had no choice. Whenever he talks to the police, they blah, 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 hang around for a couple of minutes and they go. Don't give a fuck. This is what's going on. And this is why I got so fucking frustrated a number of months ago. Because like I said, so many people who are into this truth, they think ain't nothing happening yet. Because a lot of the shit that's happening, like the things that I just talked about, it ain't directly happening, it ain't directly affecting them, it ain't happening to them, so they don't think nothing's happening yet, you know. So he had to go, he's in the streets, said he's trying to get to another shelter and all that shit. And me, just like anybody else in this fucking physical form, waiting to truly ascend, there's only so much that I can do. Right now, with all this shit, I fucking, make videos, talk to people, and give advice, save white women.
I did not call her. I said I'm finna call the police. I did not call her B. I did not call her B. I swear to God, I did not call her B. No, I did not. I did not call you a B. I did not call you a B. I swear to God, on my granny grave, I did not call you a B. Well, I don't believe shit. Come out, get the fuck away from my house. Call the police and tell them what you did to my face. I don't give a fuck. I'm your son.
I'm gonna give y'all a perfect example of why I don't give a damn about the punishment that these wicked ass motherfuckers are gonna receive, because it's gonna be fucking horrible. And I said so many times, I ain't gonna shed one tear in any way, shape, or form. I'm not sure what year this was. Might have been 2019, but this lady next door, she had the dude across the street. His name is Dan. You know, like the tribe of Dan. And I knew that was some prophetic shit right there. This Matrix shit going on. She had him cutting her grass on a regular basis. And he was doing a great job. Obviously. Because you know how these demons in the flesh are. Always complaining. Want you to kiss their ass perfectly. And do everything right. Yeah. To their liking and all that shit. Shut up, train. During this time, here in Gary, Indiana, it got really, really, really hot. Temperature was in the 90s and the humidity was up. It was too hot for even a person like me who loves hot weather. It was too hot even for me to bear. So during this time, and there was a number of days where it was hot like this, the dude across the street, Dan, he wasn't cutting her grass because it was too fucking hot. He'd been cutting her grass on a regular basis, doing a great job, and all that shit. She paying him to cut her grass and all this shit. But during that time, it was too fucking hot. It's just unbearable. And he didn't cut the grass because he didn't want to fucking die. This lady next door, she saw me cutting my grass. And asked if I could cut her grass. All right, I'll cut her grass. It eventually got to the point where she was gonna hire me to cut her grass and no longer have my brother Dan across the street cut her grass. Now, I'm like, okay, now wait a minute. What the fuck is this? Her grass was taller than usual. I was already cutting my grass. I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and help her out and cut her grass and shit. It's hot. I can deal with this shit a little better than he can, other people can. She need the grass cut, I cut the grass. But I'm not gonna take this motherfucker's job, him cutting her grass and shit, just cause she's impatient and all this shit. It's hot. She said it herself. And it got to the point where she think that she just gonna basically force me to cut her grass from now on and just fuck him. Even though he's been doing a great job, she's just gonna get rid of him. And, you know, I got me a new nigga, a new slave, you know. And she tried to get me to cut her grass again. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute. She's standing up, listen to this, y'all. She's standing at that motherfucking back door. And this is exactly how she was acting. This is exactly what she said. Because she called me over there, you know. Michael, can you cut my grass? The man across the street, he ain't cutting my grass. I don't understand. It is hot, though. Yeah, it's hot, bitch. That's why he didn't cut your grass. Now, she gonna fire that motherfucker and basically try to force me to be her slave and work for her and shit. No, leave me alone. It's hot. She said that shit. So you would think she understand. Nope, she gonna fire the motherfucker and try to force me to cut her grass, and I don't even like her ass. Now, this dude across the street, Dan, cutting her grass, regular basis, doing a great job. Just for a few days or whatever it was, he couldn't cut her grass because it was too fucking hot and he didn't want to die. Do y'all know this dude across the street, Dan, is a preacher? Not only that, this dude, Dan, across the street, has been cutting this lady's grass on a regular basis. He only got one arm. One arm. He's been cutting this lady's grass, doing a great job with one arm. It gets too hot, and he don't want to die cutting her grass, so he don't cut the grass for a while. She's ready to fire him and basically force me to work for her ass. One-armed Dan, preacher, cutting this lady's grass, doing a great job. One time he don't do it, all of a sudden she just freaks out. Hey, he ain't cutting my grass. I'm gonna fire him and I'm gonna hire you. Y'all see how insensitive and wicked and it's just fucking disgusting these people are. This is the mindset of the average so-called human being. One-armed man cutting this lady's grass, doing a great job. He don't cut the grass. She like, fuck him. She gonna fire him. Preacher as well. And try to force me to be a fucking slave. Said it so many times. I'm not going to shed one tear for these wicked ass, insensitive, ungodly, satanic, Luciferian, Antichrist motherfuckers. Trying to save them our entire lives. While at the same time, they trying to destroy us. So, there's only one thing left for them motherfuckers to do.